Hi all, this is a recording for assignment 3 ASE lab. This is done by team 2 of 2, Vansi and Gautam. This is our login app. This is a homepage for our app. We have two options, either login or register. If we click on login, it will be asking for the username and password. If we give any wrong details, it would say like the wrong part to enter the wrong correct password. Upon giving the correct details, it will log in and it will take us to the nutrition page where we can inquire about various things. I mean, like what all foods, any foods we can. I mean, suppose I'll give apple, and here comes the details. Here is a calories, servings per, how many grams per serving, and different details like sodium, malose, carbohydrates, total fatty acids, vitamin D, etc. Similarly, we can get these things for any food item. Here the calories are changing. I'm like it is for chicken. uh, yeah, and also here are some few additional values. These are just different details, and we can have our register page here. If the user is a new user, he can either register here, and basically for this we have implemented local storage. Suppose if we see in local storage, we have stored these values: can city as Kansas City, state as Missouri, and zip as 64110. If suppose a user wants to register, he can just give in the details, something like this. And if you see here, the default values for we didn't enter any city or state or zip values, but in our program we have given the values as local storage values. We'll show in a minute. Yeah, if you see here, the city value is taken from the local storage value by getting the item city name. That is nothing but here the city name is Kansas City. And if you go for the state zip code, state value, it is being get from state name, whichever the key which we entered previously. The state name is this one, and the zip code is 64110, and that is being taken from the local storage and assigning into the zip value. And here we are just consoling the details for your purpose, and like the username, password, city, and zip code, that those are these values. And yeah, and also we are all validating, like if the username is not entered or something, and if the password is not given, and if either the local storage values are not previously set, we would get an error like your local storage values are empty, and you will be registered, I mean you will be navigated or routed back to your register page to enter those details. And if you have successfully entered all these values without any errors, you'll be routing, Angular will be routing it to the login page, which you have seen here. After successful login, we have came to the login page, and with these details you can go ahead and do the things like that. Yeah, you can see we are successfully registered, and we will proceed with our search queries here. As you can see, we have framed our query for the nutrition values, and we got our hits here. And out of these values, you selected few of the values and displayed here. And if there are no values in vitamin D or something, it's because there is no vitamin D or something available in that particular food item. If there is vitamin D, it would be present coming here. And we are still facing a small issue while trying to convert into the text to speech thing. We are not able to give this audio of, say, I mean, like, make our application call out the name burger when we click on this, because we are still facing some issues. Like, though we are able to successfully get send a response, we are not able to actually capture the response properly. The message is being sent and we are receiving it properly, but there are still some syntax error where we need to properly read the JSON. Mm, yeah. And coming to the code part, we basically have uh, each component. Home component has its uh, specific component and its view, which is nothing but basically the router links for login page and register page. And once you go click on either login and register page, you will be routed to either login page. Here the login component basically contains a username, password, and a submit button. We have given an event on this one. Upon clicking the submit button, the event will be capturing the values automatically whenever there is a change or submit, and these values will be validated. And also we are checking few values like if authorized and if existing user. If authorized user is nothing, I mean, like, we are checking with the if he is whether he's an authorized user or not. And if he's an existing user but still he enters a wrong password, there is a different kind of thing alert saying that we have entered a wrong password, and we will route him back to login page. If all the details are correct, we will route him to the nutrition page. And if he's not a user or not authorized, we would ask him to go and register, which is here in the routing part. And coming to the nutrition part, which I've already seen, we are basically generating we are basically using framing the URL here, and using the nutrition app and appending our search item, which is nothing but the burger or apple or something, and creating, and we have generated an app key append and app id and appended to it, and making a service http request using this nutrition service model, nutrition service. And here once we send a request, http request, we take the response, send it back to nutrition, and we'll handle it by reading the JSON and extracting the fields of calorie value, weight, sodium, etc. And we will display it in this UI using the same values. And here is for the register part, where basically it's similar to the login part, except where we use local storage values for these things. That's all, guys. Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you.